Okay, this PowerPoint presentation here is about writing guidelines for this class. Okay, well, I did talk about it is writing and plagiarism, but there is another PowerPoint that I have to show you. I believe I'm going to show you next week where we're going to go into the library and the virtual library, and I go actually to Mountain View campus, but where you all can look for articles, because it is required that all students get sources from the library. Now, in the past, I did allow students to use sources from Google. Remember that we're in an academic setting, and everything has to come from the library. And there are a couple of databases that you can use that I suggest, because students, we have worked on several assignments in the past with the students, and they have worked pretty well. Now, you're free will to use any other databases, but those two specific ones, actually there's three of them, because there's one that I used when I was in graduate school called JSTOR. It has a lot of good information in it. But the databases that I suggest for this class is Gale Points of View and Opposing Viewpoints. Okay, I know they sound similar, but they're two different databases, and I'll put that information in the classroom for you. But for now, here are the basic writing guidelines for this course. Okay, as I said, all sources, okay, must reference in the essay must come from the Dallas College Library database. Okay, so you go there first. Okay, if you find a source that is you're not finding sources, the librarians are online. They are waiting at their desks and to help you out, since the campus is closed. So if you need help, I suggest you go to the library. Do not, if you can't find something in the library database, do not go online and find anything. Okay, because when I'm scoring essays, I'll be looking at the sources that you use. Okay, so now, under certain circumstances, if you just cannot get a hold to the library, let me know and we will come up with something alternative. Okay, maybe we can go. I have a further contact, or more contact, better contact with the librarians. So let me know if you can't find sources, and I will definitely help you. Okay, because I do not want students going to Google and looking for things. Okay, because there's too much junk out there, and I don't want you all spending your time trying to decipher the junk. Okay, so at least we know 100% that the library sources are accurate, and they have been reviewed by the librarians at the Dallas College, and they've been reviewed by the people who are the administrators of the databases. Okay, so everything is legit. When you're writing your essay, use MLA. Okay, since this is an English class, we'll be using MLA. I know some students will say, well, can I use APA? Well, you can, but you just have to let me know. Okay, and that APA must be accurate. Okay, so that means that you will have to go, because I know how to use APA, because I used it because I was an undergraduate sociology major, and we used APA when you used MLA. But you're going to have to do some type of checker where you're checking on your APA citations. Okay, notice that I called it in-text citations here. It's the same thing as a citation. So those little notes that you put in your essay to show that you have done your research, those are in-text citations. Okay. The one page at the end of your essay is a works cited page. Okay. It should not be attached or begin on the last page of your essay. Okay. So you have 3 pages. You have a page of text, or your essay, a page of your essay, a second page of your essay. So if that second page or a third page does not go fully to the end of the page, do not begin your works cited at the end. It should be on a completely different page. Okay. And speaking of page lengths, the essays for this class is 2 to 3 pages. Okay. When we get there, then you begin writing your essay. Make sure you have at least 2 full pages, not 1 page and then you begin, you have 1 paragraph on the second page. That's not a complete page. Okay, it has to be 2 full pages. Now, if you have 2 full pages and that third page has 1 paragraph, that's fine. You've met the minimum. Okay, so just make sure that you are meeting the page length on your essays. Okay, another thing that's important for in your writing for this class, make sure your essays in third person. Okay, so you're using he, she, her, him, they, them, themselves, and any proper nouns. Okay, so somebody is third person. Another thing, indefinite pronouns, like, okay, so like if you're talking about, like if you are writing about fed up and you say Dr. Lustig, okay, you refer to Dr. Lustig as he, but there are other doctors in the documentary. So make sure that your he, maybe you need to vary it up and maybe Dr. Lustig one time and Dr. So-and-so the other time. Same thing with she. So make sure that you vary up that list. And also, I'll give you a list of indefinite pronouns that you can use, and it's very exhaustive as long as you are you're not writing first person. Okay. The only time that I will allow you to write first person in an essay is if you are giving a personal recollection that is academic in nature. Okay, so like I had a student last semester who were I assigned students the True Cause documentary about sweatshops in third world countries, and she had a reference that from her family that they were in a third world, I forgot what country it was, but they worked in her aunt and her mother worked in a sweatshop. Okay, in that instance, so she was giving a personal narrative, I allowed her to write in first person. Otherwise, there's no need to write in first person in an essay. Okay, so like I say, I take it case by case, and also the same thing with I. Don't ever say I think, I believe, I know, because obviously your name is on the essay. So there's no need to say this is that you need to point this out that this is what you believe. Okay, because it's your essay. The name is on it. I know if I'm reading it, I say, okay, this belongs to this student. Okay, so there's no need to put that in your essay. So students in the beginning kind of get tripped up by it, but with direction, students get better at it. Okay, same thing for you. Don't use you. Okay, that you're gonna have to write around that. Okay, now like I said, in this also in this sentence, the sentence discussion board post, you are allowed to say I, first person or second person. Now, depending on how you use second person, but first, I'm more lenient toward first person to second person. Well, yeah, but I'll play. Like I said, I'll play it case by case. How you are using you and especially you. Now, first person, I know it's obvious. Yes, you can because that is your opinion and you are writing. Yeah, I want it to be more conversational. Okay, because that's what the discussion boards are for. Also, in the discussion boards, if you want to use emojis, I mean, that's fine with me. I mean, that's nothing major for me because, like, whenever some of you all text me to remind, I'll use an emoji, and just instead of saying okay or whatever, I just use an emoji. So you can use emojis in your on the message boards. Now the essays, no, but the discussion boards, yes. Okay. So just just to give a flavor in the class. Okay. So that's all for the basic college writing guidelines. And like I said, next week I'll do another video, but it'll probably be on, more than likely, it'll be on the beginning of rhetorical analysis and explaining what ethos, pathos, and logos is and what it looks like. Okay, so I'll go check on that first one about the writing process, and then I'll post both of them into the classroom for you all. And like I say, if you have any questions or any comments, send me a remind message or an email, and I'll answer your messages during whenever I get some downtime. Okay, we're according to the schedule I gave you. Okay, so contact me if you need help, and I'll talk with you all soon.